What's going on, people? Welcome into another presentation of Numbers Don't Lie, powered by Sofascore. Oh yeah, if that Monday feeling is inside of you, you know what time it is, because we are here to bring the vibes. Nico Cantor, JayDee Dyer, and the biggest question mark going into this week, is it going to be the remix? Remontada. Are we going to see it once again? Is Barcelona going to do the impossible as they see themselves from an impossible situation, down 4-0 at Atleti? Look at the smile on his face. That lets me know that you're ready for this week, you're ready for this segment. Tell me now, the immediate thoughts. Is this going to be part two? Are we about to see the comeback of comebacks?
Personally, I think not. I would be much more comfortable if Atleti would have gotten one more in the first leg. If it was 5-0, I'm saying curtains.
You
no
need
chance.
5?
Zero. And honestly, they could have gotten a fifth. They deserved the fifth almost. They were unstoppable, Atleti. But 4-0, like, the door is just a little bit open. It's not fully closed, but Atleti's getting through.
Since we're saying the door is just a little bit open, Barcelona fans, stick with me, because I'm about to kick this door wide open and tell you exactly why history could be in the making. The last time that Barcelona were down 4-0, of course, was that infamous game against PSG in the Champions League, the round of 16, and of course went on to win the return leg 6-1. That smile right there from Sergio Roberto tells you everything you need to know about why this team historically can create history once again. Yes, the personnel might be different, but there's something different about this squad. There's something different about this team. And when they have their backs against the wall, as you heard the quotes from Lamine Yamal this week, they believe that they can do the impossible. So I want you to stick with me for just half a second and just understand as to why, Barca fans, I believe that the impossible is possible. It's not only the similarities between the two teams, it's not only the faith and belief that we have in Hansi Flick. I need you to really dive into what is about to occur. And when I say history, I really don't take that word lightly. So when you start running through the offensive stats and you start recognizing that this team in the final third is as good as anything we've seen in the history of football. Look at the chances they create. Look at the shots on goal. Look at the average goal difference. That gives us nothing but confidence that this Barcelona team can do the impossible. Yes, we have some icons here, but I want you to respect in terms of the icons that were on the far side. And look at Hansi Flick's history in this competition. Look at his history in terms of turning around 4-goal margins. This man right here is a genius. When I say a genius, I'm talking about he really understands how to engage a crowd, how to put his team on the front foot. And look how many teams that he's already beaten by 4 margins this year. Look at some of the quality of these teams. Yes, there's a Real Madrid up there. Yes, there's a Valencia up there. Yes, there's a Borussia Dortmund, because they do not have any fear against any opposition. Now, look at this. I want you to break this down and I want you to really take this in. Yes, we know that Bayern Munich are absolutely destroying the Bundesliga, because you can see from all of the clubs across the top 5 leagues, they are one of the most confident teams in the final third at scoring 4+. But look down here. Yes, you know I'm a big fan of the Marseille, but squeezed in between is this Barcelona team that has so much fluidity, so much attack and flair, and actually so much conversion when the moment is there. So I want you to really take in exactly what happened in that first leg. Yes, they put their back against the wall. Yes, we know that Atleti have done the deed of putting their foot into the final of the Copa del Rey. But I will say something to you. This Barcelona team has full confidence. I've seen the quotes from Lamine Yamal this week saying that if there is a team that can do it, it is going to be us. If there is another historical contents that we need in terms of looking forward, then really recognize that this Barcelona team has no fear. And if they do get an early goal, we could be seeing history in the making once again. I want to really rattle through these, because when you start thinking about all the competitions and the players that have been doing their deed this year, yes, Raphinha has been excellent. Marcus Rashford, of course, double figures in both goals and assists. And Pedri getting back to some of that great form, which put him into a conversation of some of the best midfielders in world football. Even their Sofascore ratings tell you that these guys are on form. They're on flair. They really do believe that this could be their moment. So the Pedri being back into the fold could be a turning moment for this whole season, and most importantly, this game, because Barcelona will always tell you it's about the next game. And his return, yes, the Frankie de Jong question mark is going to be one, but this guy stepping in is going to be another conversation. The way that they dominate possession in the final third is one thing. The goals that they create in terms of his presence and the points is a completely different conversation. Over 200 games now we've seen of this young man. We know exactly what he's going to bring in terms of that control from the middle, the fluidity, the pass before the pass is what we call it, some of the football purists. And then, of course, if I'm going to have a conversation about anybody in this Barcelona team that's going to be at the forefront as to why this is going to occur, look no further than this man, who, of course, just came off the back of a hat-trick, which was sensational. If you watch Villarreal this year, they've been one of the surprise packages and one of the best teams in Spain. And Lamine showcasing 73 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, that he is as good as anything we've seen in the history of this game. So with all of those variables, the history, the recent history, and of course, more importantly, the players that they have available to them, with a head coach that really does believe, tell me why this couldn't occur. You tell me as to why Barcelona can't do the impossible and put not one, not two, not three, but four past Atleti and give themselves a great opportunity at creating history. I love this, but my co-man, my running mate, and my dog over here is going to turn around and tell me that Atleti have done the deed already and are going to book their place in the final.
Listen, Atlético Madrid is reborn, sure, but not defensively, offensively. And what's the best defense? Sometimes it's offense, and one more goal could do it. The incorporation of Ademola Lookman has really changed this team, and Julian Alvarez, his scoreless streak is starting to come to an end. We want to know what you guys think. Is Barcelona gonna get it done? But I'm gonna show to you why Atleti can get it done and why this team in the big matches, at least under Cholo Simeone, is different. Atleti's joint largest win over Barcelona was all the way in the 88-89 Copa del Rey, 4-0. And then in La Liga, you have to go all the way back to the 1940s. That's pretty impressive. Let's take a look at the numbers from that first leg, where Barcelona, yes, outpossessed Atleti, but Atleti's XG was higher. They had more big chances. They were shooting inside the box almost the same. But let's take a look at how Atlético Madrid exploited that high line, because having Ademola Lookman on one side, on the left, was incredible. He's all the way out over here, Ademola Lookman. This is the Barcelona backline. This is 2-0, 30 minutes into the game. But look, once Barca moves that high line, here they are in yellow, into almost opposition's half, a pocket is created. Griezmann on the outside is able to float inside. He has all that space to run in. Juliano underlapping. Julian is going to go, and look at Lookman, all of this space. So once the play happens and it develops all the way down the right, and Griezmann is set free, Juliano's running. So is Julian, so is Lookman. So let's continue this play and see how it all comes down. Finding that pocket in behind, the underlap by Juliano, finding Julian, who lays off Lookman with so much space and into the back. Barca were exposed, but Julian Alvarez also had himself a game. He hadn't scored in a really long time, and here he is. This is how the Sofascore rating is compiled, and you see him in the shooting aspect. So good, 7.7 score. He had a goal and an assist, big chances created. He set up Ademola Lookman. It looked like he started to strike a great partnership with him. Now, let's look at the Nigerian and see how Ademola Lookman changes this Atleti side, because he does offer depth, so much so defensively, but offensively as well. Goal and an assist. He got a lot of ball recoveries. His shooting was great. 73 minutes played. He was giving this Atlético Madrid team a different layer, because they didn't really have that verticality on the left-hand side, but it's not only verticality, it's cutting in and shooting, and he's scoring a lot of goals. Since he's arrived at Atlético Madrid, he has 4 goals, 2 assists. Combine those, nobody has more goal involvements than him. It's only Sorloth that has more goals than him, and it's only Ruggeri that has more assists than him. But you see how important he has been to this Atlético Madrid setup. It's been absolutely incredible how much he has changed the makeup of this team, but it needs to be a little bit more consistent and in big matches, because sometimes you don't know what Atleti you're going to get. Is it going to be Atlético that loses 3-0 to Rayo Vallecano, or is it going to be the Atleti that beats Barcelona 4-0?
You know which Atleti is going to turn up, because once they score 1, they score 2, they score 3, and you know what happens at the Nou Camp when the noise, the energy, and everything else combines. It can be a special, special evening. I want to know your final prediction. We're going into this one now. I know you said that you wanted one more goal, so that door was firmly shut. But what is your actual overall prediction? How do you see who's going to the final of the Copa del Rey?
I think Atlético Madrid can get it done. Funny enough, look, per Sofascore, the most likely result is going to be a 1-1, right? 11.7%, but 1-1 doesn't work for Barcelona. It's actually 4-0.
Okay.
To force extra time. I need to take the step, because all but to make the final in the 90, they need to win 5-0. That's less than a 1% chance. So I do think it's unlikely. I do think that Barca can win this game, but that's not enough. And honestly, it feels like this game can play into Atleti's hands, because not only does Barca play a high line that Atleti knows how to expose,
True,
Barca need to go for it from the jump, and they need to go for it very aggressively. For me, it's not about the football. I think if it's only up to the football, Atleti's going to get through 92% of the time. But here, it's more psychological. Can Atleti handle if they concede one early and the Camp Nou's coming down on them?
I'm so glad you said it like that, because we say on this show all the time that numbers never lie. Well, I'm going to tell you now, the numbers could be lying to us today. As much as you see this percentage going towards Atleti, that what you spoke about is something that cannot be quantified. Energy. See, when the crowd gets on top of you, when the momentum is going your way, and of course, most importantly, when you get that early goal, let's see how Atleti responds in those situations. And you just never know. The comeback could be on. But most importantly, you let us know as a third member of this team. Is the comeback going to happen? Are we about to witness history? Or have Atleti done enough, of course, with their performance in the first leg? Let us know in the comments here on Numbers Don't Lie.
Hey, thanks for watching this video from Numbers Don't Lie. Be sure to catch our show every Monday at 5 p.m. on YouTube. And for news and insights from leagues all around the world, including Serie A, EFL, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.